In the world today, there are 2,153 billionaires. These billionaires have more wealth than 60% of people living on this planet. Can you imagine this for a second? Only 2,153 people have more wealth than 4.7 billion people combined. We are living in a world in which ultra-net worth individuals hold an astoundingly disproportionate share of global wealth. According to Forbes, the top 10 richest people on Earth are Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Bernard Arnault, Carlos Slim Hilo, Amancio Ortega, Larry Ellison, Zuck, Michael Bloomberg, and Larry Page. Between them, they have more than $800 billion in combined wealth, which is a sum greater than the total goods and services of a lot of nations like Switzerland, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Sweden and Belgium can produce in 1 year. According to Oxfam, the gap between the rich and poor is steadily growing. In 2009, it took 380 billionaires to equal the wealth of the world's poorest 50%. In 2018, it only took 26 billionaires to equal the wealth of the bottom 50%. In the USA, the richest 1% owns 35% of the nation's wealth. The bottom 80% own just 11% of the nation's wealth. CEOs of major corporations earn nearly 300 times more than the average worker. And guess what? Big corporations and ultra-high rich individuals always find ways to pay less tax than what they should be paying, which definitely increases the gap between rich people and poor people. According to ITEP, the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, there are at least 60 of the nation's biggest corporations who didn't pay a dime in federal income taxes in 2018, on a collective $79 billion in profits. Big corporations always find a way to manipulate the system and avoid paying taxes. And more than that, some big corporations can just negotiate the taxes they pay. They could threaten the government that they will move all their business to another country unless it lowers their tax bill. When you are rich and when you can create jobs, then you have the bargaining power and you can change the rules of the game. The rich are getting richer, my friends, simply because the rich are buying assets that work hard for them and generate them income. For example, the average return per year of the Dow Jones Index in the last 100 years is 10.1%. If we take into account inflation, the average annual return for the Dow Jones is 7.3%. So people who invest their money in the Dow Jones Index will have their money grow on average 7.3% per year without doing anything. And they become richer day after day. On the other hand, people waste their money on stupid liabilities, and that's why they don't get richer. So, if you want to get richer, you should start thinking about stop buying stupid liabilities, buying more assets, and smashing the like button and subscribing to this channel if you haven't already done that yet. We publish a video every Wednesday to help you achieve financial success. Now, let's go back to our main topic. Now, my friends, I know it's very sad to see the gap between the rich and poor getting bigger. But what can you do to change all this? Well, you could stay at home all day long nagging on Twitter and shouting, "The world is unfair, the rich are getting richer, hashtag wealth inequality, hashtag I hate my life." Or you can create or participate in demonstrations. Demonstrations can be a very useful way to force the government to redistribute wealth more fairly. But unfortunately, even if you participate in huge demonstrations, this won't change anything because governments can't do anything. Ultra-rich people and organizations have the power. They are the true leaders of our world. If you tax them, they will move away, or they always find a way to reduce their taxes. What you should do instead is to look at these numbers from a different angle. The rich are getting richer. Yes, it's true. But the poor are also getting richer as well. Yes, I know it's counterintuitive, but it's true. And let me tell you why. The number of millionaires worldwide is booming. According to the Credit Suisse Global Wealth Report, there were 45.7 million millionaires in the world in 2018. This grew by 1.1 million within 1 year. So the number of millionaires in 2019 was estimated to be 46.8 million millionaires. And in the USA alone, there were 675,000 new millionaires made between 2018 and 2019. So there are people that were not millionaires, and now they are millionaires. So what does that mean? It simply means that you can become one of them. That's right, you can become a millionaire. And by the way, it has never, ever been easier to become a millionaire. A lot of people think that if the gap between rich and poor is growing, it means that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And that's false. Both are getting richer, but the rich are getting rich faster than the poor are getting richer. That's it. According to the United Nations, in 1800, 80% of the world's population were living in absolute poverty. By 2015, this number went down to 10%. The number of people living in extreme poverty has never been lower than today. Of course, there's still a lot of work to be done. No one should be living in extreme poverty. But let's understand that over the years, fewer and fewer people are facing extreme poverty. So instead of nagging all day long on your social media account and wasting your time watching silly TikTok videos, you can start to think about how to become rich and how to become a millionaire. 3,000 millionaires are being made every day. So why don't you become one of them? 50 years ago, it was so difficult to become a millionaire. There was no internet, no online payments, no YouTube, no websites, no funnels, no e-commerce. You had to build a factory and manufacture something or create a restaurant chain. Creating wealth was only a privilege for those who already had the capital. Today, a 7-year-old kid can generate millions using only a camera and a laptop. And this is actually true. Look at Ryan. He has a YouTube channel called Ryan Toys Review, in which he reviews toys for kids. Ryan has almost 25 million subscribers. In March 2020, Ryan had more than 700 million views. In 2018, Ryan made more than $22 million from his YouTube channel. Yes, you heard correctly. A 7-year-old kid made in 1 year 10 times more than what 99% of people on Earth will ever achieve in their whole life. So share this video with one of your friends to help us grow and become like Ryan. Or maybe a little bit smaller, because 25 million followers in our niche is kind of difficult to achieve. Now let's take another example, which is Robert Ney. Robert was one of those nerds who liked to code. When he was 14, he wrote 4,000 lines of code to create the Bubble Ball game. Bubble Ball is a 156-level puzzle game, with puzzles ranging from very simple to really challenging. It is a game of strategy involving the principles of physics that determine the trajectory of a bubble-like ball around the screen. The objective is to get it to a finish line flag. Robert made his game free on the Apple Store, and in just 2 weeks, more than 1 million people had downloaded it. He earned $2 million in those 2 weeks. Yes, you heard right, $2 million in just 2 weeks. Now, these are extreme cases and most people can't do it. But I'm giving you these examples to show you that it is possible to get rich in a legal way and without having a Harvard degree. And there are plenty of ways to earn more income and become a millionaire. If you're subscribed to this channel and you watch every new video we publish every Wednesday, you know what I'm talking about. But if you've just joined us, here is a quick reminder of some of the most important videos to watch in order to make more money and become a millionaire. You can learn how to create passive income with the stock markets and how to make money with dividends without lifting a finger. You can create an Airbnb business without having any property and start making thousands of dollars every month. You can learn how to create a business and what the secret to become a millionaire in your 20s is. You can find the link to all of these videos in the description. And you'll also find all the books that you should read if you want to become filthy rich. So please, don't start creating excuses. Don't let the fear control you. Whenever there is a change in the world, a lot of opportunities are created. Especially these days where everybody is staying at home. A lot of businesses went bankrupt and a lot of opportunities are arising. All you have to do is to find them and create a business around them, and you'll become wealthy. Now, before you go, we'd like to invite you to visit the description below, where you'll find many resources to help you make money from the comfort of your couch. You'll find the books that we recommend to help you acquire the right mindset for success, a free video course that will teach you how to generate passive income, and how to create a six-figures online business, and much more. By the way, if you're still here while the music is running, here are 2 videos that you'll love watching. The first one will show you the one thing that rich people buy that poor people don't, and the second one will show you how to become a millionaire in your 20s or early 30s. Just click on either one of them on the screen right here.